Hi, everyone. It's a real pleasure for me to have Caitlin Rabe with me today. And Caitlin is a PhD student in my lab, and she's just actually published a very nice paper on Diictodon, which is a small mammal-like reptile from the Karoo Basin of South Africa. But Caitlin is here today to tell us more about her work, and so welcome, Caitlin.
Thank you. So yes, as Anusia said, these little guys are Diictodon. Showing you here on the map in the orange is that Karoo Basin, the Beaufort group, where they come from. They're very abundant here in the Karoo, and they're most commonly associated with these beautiful spiral burrow systems that you can see preserved here in a cast. So essentially what we wanted to do with our work was look at their ontogeny. So everything about their biology from the time they're born till the time they die.
And we had several different approaches that we used. And one of them that has been published now is the study on geometric morphometrics. Now, that sounds very complicated. Caitlin, break it down for us,
yes,
please.
It is definitely a mathematically complicated process. But in simple terms, essentially what we do is we put a constellation of landmarks over the skull or whatever feature we're looking at, which you can see here is represented by all those little dots. And that captures shape information about the object. And then we can submit that information to all kinds of statistical analysis to see how the shape is changing in different ways.
Wonderful. And what did you find?
So in simplistic terms, this is the easiest kind of analysis we can do. It's a principal component. And all it's showing here is that through ontogeny, shape is changing. So we see that smaller animals and bigger animals have different shaped crania, not just different sized crania. But what's really interesting about Diictodon is that they actually have different morphotypes. So some of them are tusked and some of them are tuskless. And we wanted to investigate how these two different morphotypes maybe grow differently. And what you're seeing here in these regressions is essentially that the presumed females and the presumed males have very different growth trajectories, which was quite unexpected. And that's an indication to us that something interesting is going on. And what we think is happening is that potentially some of those female specimens have actually been misclassified. And that could be what's causing that odd sort of disjunction in the two regressions that we see.
Goodness, so that means that, what we see in the fossils may not actually be what the specimen actually is. So I think that's really intriguing. And I think there's certainly scope for lots more work to be done in this area.
Yes, it's really fabulous. And moving on from this work, we're now doing work specifically on the teeth. So there's definitely interesting insights to come in the future with Diictodon.
Wonderful. So thank you very much. If you're definitely interested in this, find the paper and read more about it. It's been published in Proceedings B, and you can easily find it online. Thank you.